Look, Nirvana changed everything. They broke down the walls. They made flannel shirts a statement. Kurt Cobain became the voice of a generation. Nobody's arguing that. But here's what we need to talk about. The 90s had so much more going on than just Smells Like Teen Spirit. Today, I'm going to show you 10 songs that prove the 19s were about so much more than just grunge's biggest name. And I'm going to compare these songs to Nirvana. Number 10, Blind Melon, Change.
I don't feel the sun's coming out today.
If you only know Blind Melon from the B-Girl video and No Rain, you're missing the whole story. People think they were this happy, hippie, one-hit wonder. That's not who they were. Change is the reality. This song is haunting. Shannon Hoon wasn't just some carefree kid.
And as we all play for tomorrow.
He was a poet who knew his time was limited. When he sings, "I know we can't all stay here forever," it hits different. There's a weight to it that you don't hear in most grunge. This track has more soul in one verse than a lot of bands had in their entire careers. It's acoustic, it's raw, and it's heartbreaking. While Nirvana was playing with irony and distance, Blind Melon was being painfully sincere. Change proves they should have been legends, not just a footnote in 90s rock history. Number 9. Screaming Trees, Shadow of the Season. Seattle had a big four: Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, but there should have been a big five. Screaming Trees were doing it before it was cool, and they were doing it better. Mark Lanegan had a voice that sounded like it was soaked in whiskey and cigarette smoke for decades.
In a world of hurting, I'm moving on.
Shadow of the Season kicks in immediately with this psychedelic edge, but it's heavy. It sounds like a storm rolling in over the mountains. While Kurt was complaining about fame, Mark Lanegan sounded like he'd seen the end of the world and just accepted it. This song is a masterpiece of texture and mood.
In the shadow of the sea.
The guitars swirl, the rhythm pounds, and Lanegan's voice cuts through everything. If you claim to love grunge but don't know this song, you're missing a crucial piece of the puzzle. Number 8. Stone Temple Pilots, Still Remains. Critics called Stone Temple Pilots copycats, Pearl Jam clones, trend chasers. Those critics were wrong. Stone Temple Pilots was one of the most versatile bands of the decade, and Still Remains is the proof. This isn't a simple punk song. This is a dark, romantic, layered composition. Scott Weiland's vocal control here is incredible. He goes from a low, crooning whisper to a soaring chorus without missing a beat. The lyrics paint these vivid pictures of love and death in deep, moody colors. Plush was the radio hit. But Still Remains is the artistic peak. It's a song that required real musicianship to pull off. It's complex, it's emotional, and it proves that Weiland was a powerhouse vocalist, not just someone riding the grunge wave. Number 7. Faith No More, Midlife Crisis. Let's talk about technical skill for a second. Nirvana was great at energy and attitude, but Faith No More? They were on a completely different level. Midlife Crisis is a lesson in how to make a rock song interesting. It has samples, funk bass lines, metal guitars, and genre shifts that shouldn't work but do. It's a Frankenstein monster of a song, and somehow it's brilliant. And then there's Mike Patton. The man has a 6-octave range. He can scream like a demon, rap, croon like a crooner, and beatbox, sometimes all in the same track. Comparing Mike Patton's vocal ability to most grunge singers is like comparing a Ferrari to a bicycle. Both get you there, but one is a precision machine. Midlife Crisis is chaotic, brilliant, and proof that the 90s were about experimentation, not just 3 chords and attitude. Number 6. Pearl Jam, Release. Pearl Jam is huge, but I'm not talking about Jeremy or even Flo. Everyone's heard those 1,000 times. I'm talking about Release, the closing track of 10. This is the song that separates casual fans from the ones who really get it. It wasn't written to be a hit. It was improvised in the studio.
For you to speak to me.
Eddie Vedder is singing about the father he never knew he had. It's raw pain captured on tape. The song starts with this atmospheric hum and builds slowly for 9 minutes. It's almost spiritual. When Vedder screams "Release me" at the end, he isn't performing. He's bleeding into the microphone. Nirvana had angst, but Release has grief. There's a difference. This track captures a level of emotional depth that the radio hits couldn't touch.
Where it takes me.
It's arguably the best thing Pearl Jam ever recorded, and most people have never even heard it. Number 5. Smashing Pumpkins, Mayonnaise. Billy Corgan has an ego, everyone knows that, but when you write a song like Mayonnaise, maybe you've earned it. This song is a sonic masterpiece. The guitar tone is everything. Corgan used cheap, broken guitars to get that specific, whistling feedback sound. It creates this wall of dream pop noise that washes over you like a wave. Nirvana was stripped back, punk, simple. The Pumpkins were maximalist. They wanted to be grand, and Mayonnaise is the result. It's beautiful, sad, and triumphant all at once. Today was the hit. Cherub Rock was the rocker, but Mayonnaise is the soul of the band. It proves that Billy Corgan, for all his quirks, was a musical genius, working on a level most bands couldn't reach. Number 4. Mad Season, River of Deceit.
At least.
This one's hard to listen to, really hard. Mad Season was a supergroup featuring Mike McCready from Pearl Jam and Layne Staley from Alice in Chains. Layne was deep in his struggles at this point. He was fading. River of Deceit is his confession. He isn't screaming here.
Is self-chosen.
He's singing softly, clearly, and painfully. My pain is self-chosen. That line hits like a freight train. Kurt Cobain wrote about pain in abstract ways. Layne Staley looked in the mirror and told you exactly what was destroying him. There's no distortion to hide behind here, just clean electric guitar and a man's voice carrying the weight of the world. It's beautiful, and it's devastating. This song deserves way more recognition than it gets. It's the sound of honesty at its most brutal. Number 3. Soundgarden, 4th of July. People say Nirvana was heavy. No, Soundgarden was heavy, and 4th of July is the heaviest thing to come out of Seattle, period. Listen to that tuning. It's tuned down so low it sounds like the guitar strings are made of concrete. It sounds like the apocalypse, like a funeral march for the entire world. And Chris Cornell. What can you even say? The man was a legend. On this track, he isn't doing his famous high scream. He's singing in this terrifying, low register that vibrates in your chest. Black Hole Sun is a pop song compared to this. 4th of July is doom metal. It proved that Soundgarden wasn't just a radio rock band. They were darker and scarier than anyone else on the scene. If you want to know what heavy really means, this is the track. Number 2, Temple of the Dog, Say Hello to Heaven. Before Pearl Jam exploded, there was Temple of the Dog, a tribute to Andrew Wood, the singer of Mother Love Bone who passed away from an overdose. Chris Cornell wrote this song for his friend, and the vocal performance he delivers here isn't human. The high notes he hits in the outro shouldn't be possible. He's screaming his heart out, reaching up to the sky, trying to get his friend to hear him one more time. Nirvana defined the attitude of the 90s, but this song defined the talent. Kurt Cobain was an icon, but Chris Cornell was a vocalist, a virtuoso. Say Hello to Heaven is 10 minutes of vocal perfection that no other singer in the 90s could touch. Not Eddie, not Layne, and definitely not Kurt. Number 1. Alice in Chains, Rain When I Die. And here we are. Number 1, the band that balanced darkness and melody better than anyone, Alice in Chains. Everyone plays Man in the Box. Everyone plays Rooster. But Rain When I Die? That's the masterpiece nobody talks about. Listen to that opening bass line. It's dirty. It's ominous. Then Jerry Cantrell comes in with that wah pedal riff that sounds like it's underwater. It makes you feel trapped. And Layne Staley.
Will she keep on the ground?
This is Layne at his absolute peak. He's wailing like a wounded animal. The power, the grit, the harmony with Jerry Cantrell. It's unmatched. Why is this better than the hits? Because it's heavier, it's more technical, and it's darker. Nevermind had polish in production. Dirt was the sound of a band confronting their demons in real time.
Is she ready to know around frustration?
Rain When I Die is complex, groovy, and terrifying. It's everything 90s rock was supposed to be before it got watered down for MTV. This is the gold standard. So there you have it, 10 songs that show the 90s had so much more depth than the radio hits suggested. Look, I know some of you are gonna disagree. Nostalgia is powerful. But go listen to these songs. Really listen. Put on headphones. Feel the weight of 4th of July. Listen to the vocals on Say Hello to Heaven. Then come back and tell me these aren't some of the best rock songs of the decade. I want to hear your thoughts. Which deep cut did I miss? Which 90s song do you think deserved more recognition? Drop a comment below. I read them all. And if you want more deep dives into rock history, hit subscribe. There's plenty more where this came from. Until next time, keep it heavy.